Currently crossing the Howard Franklin Bridge, the longest bridge that spans across the middle of Tampa Bay. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome if it's your first time. We begin today in downtown St. Petersburg, just here before the water. Tampa Bay, right out there. The St. Petersburg Pier, the brand new pier, somewhere over there. We're actually heading that direction. Today I'm going to check out the world's largest autographed baseball collection, which is at the St. Petersburg History Museum, which is not far away. And we're gonna be checking out that baseball collection and what else there is to see inside that museum and in downtown St. Petersburg on this lovely day. Check it out, here comes the trolley right behind me. Beep beep, beep beep. All right, let's talk more rock. I am Tampa J, and there's much ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, I have found a dolphin right out there. That's amazing. Let's see if it comes back. Come here, dolphin. Right here. Barely make it out. There it is. Whoa. I'm taking the sidewalk all the way to the world's largest baseball collection. This will dead end right at the St. Petersburg Pier right over there. But over here is Al Lang Stadium, the current home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer team. Al Lang Stadium was the former spring training home to the New York Yankees. And this is where the autographed baseball collection that we are about to see today, this is where it began. The collection is owned by Dennis Schrader. Dennis Schrader was a young man out here in 1964 attending a Yankee spring training game here at Al Lang Stadium. And that is where his collection began, by him getting a baseball autographed by Mickey Mantle. The sign should read no fishing, but someone adapted it and they put snook fishing. Snook is an awesome fish. Well, hello, red pelican. There's quite a few of you out here randomly perched up there and on this sculpture right up there.
Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright.
Well, the merch tents begin here along the pier at the beginning, and the museum is right over there. The baseball collection is right over there. Maybe we'll come out here afterwards and walk along the pier. And we have made it to the St. Petersburg Museum of History, right here before the doors. Extra, extra, read all about it. Face mask required to enter. Got one right here. Right inside the door, this giant airplane hangs over this room. Look at this. And I'm about to pay for my ticket right over here. Oh wait, no one's here yet. Maybe I should ring a bell or something. The big giant plane above me commemorates the first commercial airline, which happened right down here in St. Petersburg. The first flight happened back in 1914. The pilot was a man by the name of Tony Janus. And this, down here in St. Pete, actually where we started the video, out there beyond the water, is where the first commercial airline pilot of the world took his first flight. And there's the goggles worn on that flight by the very first commercial airline pilot, Tony Janus. There were his goggles on that day. And there's the actual flag, the banner, that was flown on top of the airplane. And there's that pathway back in 1914. It was a 23-minute, 21-mile trip. January 1st, 1914, Tony Janus. Check this out, Creepy-torium, some creepy, spooky history of downtown St. Pete, an exhibit here. Oh my gosh, look at all the dolls. Welcome to the creepy quarter. Wow, there's some creepy ones up there. Oh, beware of Annabelle's curse. Do not touch the dolls. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. Check this out. I'm a big fan of this fella right here. This is a Charlie Chaplin doll made in 1915 among this creepy doll collection. That is amazing. Look at that. Looks just like him too. Oh my, I think I have stumbled across a mummy. This lady is St. Petersburg's oldest resident, said to be about 3,000 years old. This Egyptian mummy is sitting here in this museum. I am like shocked right now. I'm looking at an Egyptian mummy. So allegedly 3,000 years old. Check it out. You can see some of the wrapping still there above the feet. She is said to have been about 30 to 35 years in age when she died. And how did she get here? Well, there's only a little bit of history, but it is said back in the day there was a captain that came to shore out here in the port, and he couldn't afford his port fees, and he had a lot of circus cargo aboard his vessel, and he used the sarcophagus and the mummy to pay his port fees. And now it sits here inside this museum. This is crazy. I did not expect to see this today. Check it out. It says Our Lady of the Nile. And right here is the actual sarcophagus that you can, I'm not going to touch it, but you could reach out and touch that thing. Check that out. Ladies and gentlemen, to my right, I'm about to present to you the St. Pete's famous two-headed calf, born in Safety Harbor, which is not too far from where I live. Survived 6 weeks. The calf has resided in the museum since the 1920s. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh wow, its feet are on top of its head. And above the two-headed calf, a two-headed chicken, of course. 2 heads. Lived 8 months. There it is. Near Tampa. 2-headed chickens and 2-headed calves. Wow, Tampa Bay is famous for 2-headed beasts there. On display here, President Howard Taft's pajamas. The 27th President of the United States, his pajamas can be seen here on display in this museum. That's pretty cool. Check it out, the death mask of William Shakespeare. This is a replica death mask of William Shakespeare, but it is of the same mold, wax or plaster impression from the face of the corpse. Oh my gosh. Check them out. To be or not to be. And right into that room is Dennis Schrader's Little Cooperstown, the world's largest autographed baseball collection. And here we go, we're gonna check it out. All right, so before we start looking at the world's largest autographed baseball collection, I'm just gonna show you the size of these 2 rooms. Check it out. This whole room here, and this room back here. Holy baseball. Holy baseballs. And then some. And the current size of this collection is actually 4,999, setting the Guinness World Record right there. And right here is the man that collected them. Dennis Schrader. And Dennis actually signed
by 1952, there were only 16
the ball right there. This ball 4,999 if you ask me. 1969, the first moon landing. No, this baseball did not go to the moon, but it was signed by Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong, that's awesome. Jim Thorpe, widely considered the greatest all-around athlete. Look at that, signed by Jim Thorpe. That's amazing. Franklin Baker, Frank Home Run Baker. 1916, Rogers Hornsby. 1924, look at that. There you go, Mickey Mantle. This photo right there to the left. Right next to his teammate, Roger Maris. Amazing. And it looks like both Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale signed this ball. There they are right there. Check it out. And here we are, Yankees Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. And I personally have a autographed ball by Mr. October. It's actually one of the only autographed baseballs I have. And Pete Rose, September 11, 1985. Pete Rose recorded his career number 4,192 to break the 57-year-old record held by baseball great Ty Cobb. And right next to Pete Rose, Bo Jackson. Check it out, right there. Kansas City Royals. And it was an exciting time for baseball history. I remember this slugfest when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa were slugging it out. And Barry Bonds, when I played Little League Baseball, I had a Barry Bonds glove. And over here is just an evolution of baseballs, how baseballs have evolved. Beginning over here, look how small this is. Look how small they used to be. 1890s. all the way up to the 1960s in this stretch. Check it out, there's a 1930 vintage green and red stitch ball. It's got red and green stitching, it's hard to make it out, Freddy Cougar style. And then down here, let's go to the Sandlot ball. Check it out. And today's official Little League ball, the Diamond DLL-1. And of course, you got the Thurman Munson softball size wiffle ball from the 1970s. And there's also a Mickey Mouse softball displayed in here, signed by the mouse himself. Check it out. And this ball right here, signed by Walt Disney. Oh my gosh. Now, there's no really information on how this ball became part of Dennis's collection, but it does give a brief history of Disneyland right there. July 17th, 1955. Disney used his imagination and showmanship to design a new kind of theme park. Wow. Amazing. Walt Disney signed that ball. And this ball here was signed by the last survivor of the Titanic just before she passed, Melvina Dean. And this ball here was signed by a survivor of the Holocaust, Magda Herzberger. Okay, so this one is giving me goose pimples as well. I got goosebumps on my goosebumps. We have Lindy and Amelia. Charles Lindbergh and Amelia Earhart signed this baseball. And this ball right here was signed by all the crew members of the Enola Gay that dropped the atomic bomb. Look at that. Morris R. Jepson right there on top. A lot of history on the wall as far as baseball in St. Petersburg. Again, Al Lang, the father of spring training. And over here, here's a photo of Al Lang with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig in 1934. Taken at Al Lang Stadium, right out here, the stadium we just saw. And this is a special moment for me right here. Number 21, Roberto Clemente, my favorite baseball player. Also was my dad's favorite baseball player, number 21. Pittsburgh Pirates, check that out. I'd give anything for that ball. And here you have Al Lopez. Al Lopez Park, a park over in Tampa. Cy Young. It's the Cy Young Award. We got Sandy Koufax. Right there, Hall of Famer, inducted 1972. And above that, the legend there, Hank Aaron. Well, say hey, it's Willie Mays. Look at that, Willie Mays also signed a baseball within this collection. I always remember this name from Field of Dreams. Mel Ott, check it out. Melvin T. Mel Ott. And this one here, very tiny, very old, red and green stitched even. Adrian C. Cap Anson. It's a signature right there. And this ball right here, the Legends of Baseball. We will go down individually and check out each signature. We have Babe Ruth, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Joe DiMaggio, Jackie Robinson, Ty Cobb, and Ted Williams. Let's start with Ted. 3 baseballs signed by Ted Williams. This one says Ted Williams on the left. He signed it Ted. The one in the middle, he signed it Theodore Samuel, his middle name, his full name, Theodore Samuel Williams. And look, he put 406, the year that he batted a 406. He was absolutely the best hitter I ever saw. Joe DiMaggio. Tyrus Raymond Cobb, the Georgia Peach, Ty Cobb. And right here is Ty Cobb's autographed ball. Look at that. What an impressive collection. Cobb was notorious for sliding into bases feet first with his spikes high. There you go, one more look at Ty Cobb's signature. Number 42, Jackie Robinson. I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking me. All I ask is that you respect me as a human being. That's what Jackie said in that quote there above this baseball that he signed. Look at that, Jackie Robinson. A legend, always been a big fan. 137 career home runs, an average of 311, 734 RBIs, and 197 stolen bases, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. And one of my favorite players of all time, Joe DiMaggio, the Yankee Clipper, spent a lot of time here in downtown St. Pete with his wife, Marilyn Monroe. At that time they had been divorced. But they rekindled the flame right here in St. Petersburg, as I once showed in a vlog. But here are 6 baseballs, all with different signatures, but all contain Joe's signature. He signed all these balls. It's very faint, but right there before you is the signature of Norma Jean, signed Marilyn Monroe. Check it out. Shoeless Joe Jackson, the man that was banned from baseball. Perhaps one of the greatest players of all time as well. We know his story from one of my favorite films. If you've seen it, if you haven't, go check it out, Field of Dreams. But there you go, Shoeless Joe Jackson's baseball, an autographed baseball that he signs right here. Here we go. It says Joe Jackson was born into poverty in Pickens, South Carolina, July 16th, 1888. He worked in textile mills as a child to help his family, never attended school, never learning to read or write. He learned to sign his name, but he rarely autographed anything. So this is indeed a rarity. Look at that. And allegedly he was caught cheating at baseball. The Black Sox scandal. And Kennesaw Mountain Landis was the commissioner of baseball at that time, and he was the one that banned Shoeless Joe, and there's his signature on that ball right next to Joe's here displayed. Babe Ruth, the Sultan of Swat, the great Bambino. 6 balls over there. And also I spotted another ball signed by Babe Ruth that is inside little Cooperstown as well. So let's check out these. Never let the fear of striking out get in your way, said by Babe Ruth, displayed there above his autographed baseballs. Look at that, red and green stitched as well. 1920 on this one here. And over beside Ted Williams, another autographed baseball signed by Babe Ruth. And right here, the 1939 Hall of Fame signed ball signed by Babe Ruth, Grover Cleveland Alexander, George Sisler, Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, Eddie Collins, Cy Young, Walter Johnson, Tris Speaker, Larry Lujoy, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and Connie Mack. And there's Ty Cobb right there on the side and Babe Ruth on the front. So this right here is all Hall of Famers out here in the middle, additional Hall of Famers, and then some, and then 2 more balls signed by Baseball Hall of Famers on that wall, or before that wall as well. Boxers, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It's Ali, Muhammad Ali's baseball. His autograph's right there. Look at that, amazing. And then the legendary boxing promoter Don King signed this ball. And right above his ball, Sugar Ray Leonard. Look at that, he's got a happy face in his signature. That's cool. And the legendary baseball broadcaster of the Chicago Cubs and White Sox, also St. Louis Cardinals and Oakland A's, Harry Carey. And speaking of legendary broadcasters, check it out, Howard Cosell. And we have made it to the celebrities wall. Wow, there are a lot of celebrities over there. First one that caught my eye was Evel Knievel. Dr. J, the basketball player, signed this baseball. Check it out, Julius Erving. And it's a little smudged, but Richard Simmons signed this baseball. Check it out, legends right here, Chubby Checker, Fats Domino, and B.B. King. Hard to make out all the signatures, but the Rolling Stones signed this baseball right there. I believe that's Keith Richards right on top there. And the bad boy of tennis, John McEnroe. Look at that, that's amazing. And in the center of all the celebrity baseballs, you have the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. That is amazing. Signed it in gold. And Priscilla Presley signed this ball right next to Elvis. And below Elvis, I'm just gonna go very quick for a couple of these. Vanilla Ice, Sam Bailey, Tim McGraw, MC Hammer, George Jones, the Possum, Brett Michaels. Look at that. Oh look, Kobe Bryant. Oh, that's so awesome. And Dwight Howard right next to Kobe. And there you go. Said to be the greatest basketball player of all time. Signed this baseball. Actually played baseball for for a little bit himself, Michael Jordan. Right above, his teammate, Dennis Rodman. And over here to its side, Scottie Pippen, the Bulls. Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I actually have his autograph, but it's on the lip of a hat. I got it signed back when they won the Super Bowl here in Tampa, back around 2009. Rebecca Lobo of the WNBA. I was a big fan of her back when the WNBA originally opened. She's one of the original players. Local Floridian, John Travolta, signed this ball right here. Right below, wow, look at that, Raquel Welch. And a couple over past Dean Smith, you got Jane Fonda. I mean, the balls just keep going on and on. You name a celebrity, they're probably here. Perhaps two of the most famous TV hosts, Bob Barker and Richard Dawson. I always think of Richard Dawson from The Running Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Look at that, there he is right there. Bob Barker. The price is wrong, Bob. One of my heroes, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the action star. Roy Rogers, Larry King, Alan Atta from MASH, and of course you've got Vanna White and Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune. From my favorite game show of all time, Jeopardy. Rest in Paradise, Alex Trebek. Look at that. And a fun fact, I once met Bo Derek, ran into her. John Wayne, the Duke. Wow, he's got a cool signature too. That's the first time I think I've seen his signature. You can barely make it out, but right here, the signature of Leslie Nielsen. And the Golden Girl herself, Betty White. And the Shatman, William Shatner. Check out his signature. It's pretty basic, pretty quick. Look, I like his picture there. He's holding a camera. Do a little video in there. Shatner. Ray Stevens. Look at that. Now, they call him the Streak. The legendary college basketball coach, John Wooden, UCLA. Look at that. Big fan of his. And way down on the bottom right-hand corner, the very last ball, the Hoosier went to Crispus Attucks High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. Oscar Robinson. One of the greatest basketball players of all time. That's amazing. That is a pleasant surprise. IndyCar driver, legendary IndyCar driver, AJ Foyt. You can barely make it out. It's fading away. There you go. As it comes into focus. Okay, wow, Rick Mount. Okay, Rick Mount, Indiana basketball legend. Actually, when I was a kid, I met Rick Mount. So very, very cool to see his baseball all the way down here in St. Pete. Urban Meyer, the legendary football coach, signed this baseball at a Devil Rays game in 2007. John Walsh of America's Most Wanted. Now I can't make it out. I can't really tell where it's at, but Barbara Eden, Miss I Dream of Jeannie, allegedly signed this ball somewhere. Oh no, it might be just totally faded. Or maybe she just made it disappear. And local St. Petersburg boy Gallagher, Humphrey Bogart. Wow. Wow, here's looking at you, kid. Clint Eastwood. Again, so many legends. Oh, and Fabian? I always forget how to pronounce his name. Florence Henderson, Mrs. Brady, also a Hoosier. Fidel Castro, former Prime Minister of Cuba. That is Fidel Castro's signature on a baseball. That looks like he attended a baseball game. In 1949, New York Giants offered Castro a juicy contract that included $5,000, a signing bonus to come play baseball in the United States. I had no idea until this moment that Fidel Castro played baseball. Had no clue. You're probably like, yeah, I knew that. And I don't know how I passed this up. I've got Larry Bird's signature on a picture, but I've never seen it on a baseball. One of the greatest basketball players of all time, also a Hoosier. The All-American Girls, the Professional Baseball League, a league of their own. The 1945 Rockford Peaches signed the baseball I'm about to show you below. Made more famous by their portrayal in a league of their own. There's no crying in baseball. Such a great film. Love it. Love it so much. But here you go. Look right on top. I see Dottie. Dottie signed the ball right there. Was signed by members of the original Rockford Peaches and some of the cast of A League of Their Own. Sophie Curries of the Rockford Peaches signed this ball there. Check it out. MVP of the league, 1946, of the Women's Professional Baseball League. Here you have the 1975 Atlanta Braves. Next to it, the 1970 Atlanta Braves. I believe these are in alphabetical order. Below, the 1948 Boston Braves. The 1939 Brooklyn Dodgers. Wow. The 1950 New York Yankees with Joe DiMaggio's signature right there on front. The golden years of black baseball, 1920. Andrew Rube Foster, a former player, manager and owner of the Chicago American Giants. And among that same league, baseball signed by Albert Benjamin Happy Chandler, Ray Dandridge, William Judy Johnson, Charlie Pride. Is that Charlie Pride the musician? Did he play professional baseball? Oh my gosh, he did. The Pride of the Yankees, a movie which tells the story about the life and career of Lou Gehrig. There's his signature. Lou Gehrig took home plate for the first time on June 1st, 1925. That photo was taken on the day that Lou Gehrig gave his famous Luckiest Man speech. Right there, his farewell speech. A very sad day in baseball. And this ball, signed by 3 home run kings, all signed by Babe Ruth, Roger Maris, and Hank Aaron. There's Hank right on top. Regarded as one of the greatest catchers of all time, Yogi Berra. Look at that. That's awesome. And this fella right here by the name of Derek Jeter, I ran into him one time at a Starbucks in Tampa. Didn't have the courage to go up and ask him for his autograph though. I let him enjoy his latte as he sped away in his Lamborghini. True story. A very young team in baseball, the Devil Rays, 1997 to 2007, changing their name to the Tampa Bay Rays in 2008. Of course, their hometown, right here in St. Petersburg, the Tropicana film. There's Longoria, no longer playing with the Rays there, Evan Longoria batting. And some baseballs over here. There's Evan Longoria's signed baseball right there. Check it out. And Joe Madden, who left us for the Cubbies, former coach, his signature right there. Fun story. Another fun story. Ran into him at a auto shop, a mechanic shop. Joe Madden was getting his oil changed in South Tampa one day. And there you go, the pitcher David Price, which is one of the better pitchers that we had, the Rays ever had. Oh yes, Magnum PI, Tom Selleck. Look at that, that's amazing. Cool to see. I'm a big fan of that dude. Awesome. Joan Jett, which I actually saw perform with the Blackhearts right behind me out here at Vinoy Park at Warped Tour like a couple decades ago. Very faint his signature, but there you go. The King of Shock, Alice Cooper. Don't have his autograph. Got my picture with him, but I should have got his autograph. Never would have thought to make him sign a baseball. And that was a great time inside that museum. I had such a great time checking out those baseballs and everything else I found. Also, that mummy was really cool too. And I am just now learning, as it is passing me, there's a tram to take you along the pier. If you don't want to walk it, there is a tram on the pier. A lot of people out here walking out onto the pier. Check it out. And look up here, it's like a vertical lawn. They made a little hill there so you could just lounge out, sunbathe, or just sit under the shading there. Maybe have a picnic. Some people riding scooters down the hill. Check it out, there is the brand new pier, opened up late last year. Actually, I came out here on opening day and turned around because there were so many people out here. It was shoulder to shoulder. This building here is a restaurant, Doc Ford's Rum Bar and Grill, that sits just before the seawall right here. And this is pretty much the widest angle I can give you right now of the pier. There you go. There you go. Look at the tram. I can see why they have a tram out here, because that is a long walk from the start back on Bayshore all the way out to the end there. That's probably a mile long. And now here's the back side of that lawn. There's actually a little lip down here where you can stand underneath in between the two piers. This is kind of a split pier thing going on here. The water down there, it's very windy today. Check it out. And over here, part of the old St. Petersburg Pier is still left there. Some of the old pylons right there. And I'm about to climb all the way up there and see what kind of view we can find. The tram coming straight at me. I might take the tram back. That is an interesting piece of architecture. Very interesting looking. It's cool, I like it. And it appears there are 3 restaurants among the pier. Pier Tiki, Teak, and Driftwood Cafe. And I am standing all the way at the top of the pier, the highest I could get. The restaurant up here is Pier Tiki. There's a lot of people gathered around the walkway, wrapped around the building here, around the restaurant. There you go, look at that view. That is awesome. Parked, started the video kind of right out there by the airfield. Parked right over there, that's where I saw the dolphin this morning. The museum, right over there, Tropicana Field. Way past the skyline there, home of the Tampa Bay Rays. And over here, Tampa Bay. Look at that, that is the second level down there of the pier. And way out there somewhere is the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, which you can't really make it out. It's a little cloudy, but it's way out there somewhere. Actually, about right out in there. But yeah, this is a remarkable view of the pier. So nice out here too. These restaurants are slam packed. It looks like it's over an hour wait to eat at Pier Tiki, which was the one I wanted to eat at. It's like a tiki bar. Maybe sometime I'll come back out here in the evening and do so. Maybe eat there. But yeah, my first time on top of the new St. Petersburg Pier. There's always been a pier here. However, this is very new. The old one was demolished a few years back, and it took them a couple of years to build this one. So nice out here, nice breeze. There's some sailboats over there. See them? See the sailboats? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. I won't keep you for too much longer. Thank you for watching so much, guys. Can't say that enough. Thank you so much for always joining me.